What is up with it? Today we are going to be watching round 8 of the Virginia Regional hosted by the Booster Box. You can find the entire Virginia Beach Regional on the Booster Box's YouTube. This is going to be myself with my last name misspelled with an M somehow versus Hassan. Shout out to Hassan, an absolute class act. I actually met him near the beginning of the tournament, maybe around round 2 or 3. We had a mutual friend and great guy, but we paired into each other round 8. Something I will say about this is Hassan won the die roll and chose to go second, which I agree is probably the correct decision. I think there is a bit of debate about first or second in this matchup. I think I narrowly like second, but it kind of depends on the Lucci deck list. If the Lucci deck list is running like Kakus, then, or maybe Soap Sheeps or things of that nature, then maybe you'd really prefer first. But we're gonna go ahead and go Sengoku into Perona. Unfortunately, Hassan not really given us a lot of insight into his hand or his stack. Hassan actually told me he wanted to see this on the channel. Of course it was going to be on the channel regardless, but so much of the private information is a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and swing 5, and he's of course going to take. Definitely playing a bit of a value game. I'm going to go ahead and rest 2 for Uta and pass turn. Shoutouts to CJ Soto for letting me borrow this very blinged out and beautiful Lucci deck list. Something else about this is that Hassan is a big thinker. And I'm a very chit-chatty person at the table. And Hassan was giving me nothing, man. I would just yap. And he would not say anything back to me. It was so sad. Just absolute stonewall. But that's just how he is. He's very, very serious, very like in the zone when he's playing. But to me, I'm a big yapper. I like to have fun. I like to converse with my opponent. I play a ton of sim where, you know, I'm locked in, no one else is with me or anything. But when I'm actually at an event, when I'm sitting across from someone, I like to have fun, you know. But here, I think I missed the Brook, unfortunately. If I had the Brook here, it's actually so huge. I think Brook is by far the single most important card in this matchup. And I just don't find it, which is really sad. But so far, Hassan's board is not too big. I've got the Uta back on the board, which is quite nice. He's going to go ahead and go Boa on 6, which is his ideal turn. Actually really sad that I'm not getting a look at any private information here, so I don't think I'm really going to be able to commentate too much about the specifics of his actions. I know Hassan really wanted me to commentate on like maybe where he could have optimized his plays even better. Like I do compliment him quite a lot when we played that. Like I think he played the match very, very well. But if I don't have access to any private information, I'm not really gonna be able to give him too many pointers, unfortunately. Gonna go ahead and -1 on the Boa, and I'm gonna go ahead and play the Jack here, which will go ahead and KO the Boa. I'm pitching a Sabo. I think I will be setting up for a Rebecca Hina Lucci line next turn, I believe. I think this is honestly I think this is the turn where I pretty much decide that the game is Jover. He's able to clear my Jack pretty easily. And his law is swinging 5, and I'm going to go ahead and take, which is low-key kind of an insane take for me. I think I take hoping that he'll pudding me. Because I'm like, bro, if you pudding me here, like, if you pudding here, my jack survives. And I was hoping that if I take, then maybe I can find a 2K. And I think if I found a 2K here, I was willing to counter out for my jack. But I end up not finding a 2K there. I don't remember exactly what it is. But I think I end up only having maybe one 2K. Or maybe I have 2. I think so. He's swinging what? He's swinging 13. I think I only have 1. I might have 2. I can't remember if I have 1 or 2 2Ks. But this is kind of like, this kind of demonstrates to you how like the matchup plays very differently than when Moria existed. Because when Moria existed, you could not do this. You cannot swing 13 at jack. Because if you look at the board, say like I'm at 3, I could have been at 4 life easily. I could have just like countered the 5, right? And then if I slam a Moria on the table at 4 life and I clear 2 of your bodies, the game is over. So like you weren't allowed to do things like swing 13 at jack. But now, like, what am I going to do, right, on this turn? Like, I'm going to Rebecca Hinalucci, which is just like infinitely less pressure than the jack, right? Or than the Moria. Because the Moria is like a giant 9K beat stick. That like you just cannot deal with as the Lucci player or the Doflamingo player. So I'm gonna Tempest Kick. I think I start off with Tempest Kick here because I'm actually like missing a piece. Thinking just real quickly. I think here I know the game is over because I'm like, I think I'm missing something. Like I think I'm missing a piece. Yeah. Yeah, I think I actually just have like, oh, and I accidentally milled 3. Ask the judge like what's supposed to happen, and he said like we're just gonna shuffle them and then you'll just like mill 2. And it's like, okay, sure, that's my bad. Yeah, but I miss like I think I don't have access to a Lucci, I think is the problem. Yeah, and I'm just goobed. Oh wait, no, I do have this. I don't remember exactly what my hand is, but obviously I don't want to be swinging fucking 9. I have for sure like no access to Rebecca. Yeah, I think this game was like me. I think Hassan played very well. I think he did the things that he has to do. And I think like I don't see like Brooks and Rebecca's, which are by far like the 2 most important cards in this matchup. I mean, Rebecca was always the most important card in this matchup. Like if you didn't find Rebecca, you were just goobed. But you could get away without seeing Brook before. Like, the Moria could eventually make up the difference. As long as you found, like, enough counter and you could, like, stabilize a little bit. Okay, Hassan is going to go ahead and go 5 at life, which is pretty annoying for me. I'm going to give him a 2K. I don't know how many cards I have in hand exactly, but I think it's more than I'd like. He's going to go ahead and play Teach. He's got Teach effect. You know, the funny thing is, watching it back, the game kind of actually looks a little close, but I know in my hand in this moment, I think I have 4 Utas. I just drew like infinite Utas at one point. Like I started drawing like just Uta. So it's actually not as close as it looks, I think. It does actually low-key look closer than I think it actually is, though. But the thing is, Hassan also just has like infinite cards in his hand right now. He actually just has so many cards in his hand. Like, I want to say he has like 10. He has actually so many. Which means that like I don't really have much of a board. And there's not really going to be a way. Yeah, and I have to like finger pistol here. I'm like, my hand is like really, really bad if I remember correctly. Dang, I kind of just wish that I could see Hassan's side, because then we could actually have like an interesting conversation. Like, I remember my side a little bit, not that vividly, but a little bit. I think I go 6 at life here. Yeah, if you can see my hand like a little bit, there's like so many Utas in there. It's like actually so many Utas. It's so tough. Go 5. What am I doing with the last 6 Don? I think I'm going like Uta Lucci or something like that. Or I might be going... This might be Mansherry. Yeah, this is Mansherry. I think I go Mansherry and I grab Rebecca. And low-key, if I milled Kobe, it would have actually been huge. Because I could Kobe KO this Weevil. But I don't think I did. Yeah, so I just have to grab Brooke. And I just play the Uta. Just to have it on board for next turn when I play the Brook. This spot actually doesn't look as bad for me as I think it actually is. Like, I'm at 2 life, he's at 3. He actually just has so many cards in hand. Okay, I see why people were messaging me that this game was close. Because, like, if you don't really know what's going on, it low-key looks kind of close. But, like, I know my hand has, like, 3 more Utas in it. And I know that I have, like, not really any good cards. So I actually understand why. And you can see me looking around. I'm, like, so bored. I'm like, this game ended on his 8 Dawn turn. But, like, I see, like, from his perspective and from other people's perspective, it actually doesn't feel like that. So it's interesting watching it from a third person's perspective, but he's going to go ahead and grab Croc off the Sengoku, and he's just going to go Moria, and then Moria's going to grab him Teach, and then I think he's going to loop this Sengoku with the Law, if I remember correctly. Teach, and then I think he actually makes a huge mistake here. I think he bounces my Rebecca, which I think in the mid game, or like unless you're going for lethal or you're setting up for lethal the following turn, I think bouncing Rebecca is just really, really bad. I think he like swings 8 maybe at Lucci, and then he bounces Rebecca. Or no, did he just swing 8 at Mansherry, bro? That's so crazy. That's so crazy. This is actually such a horrible misstep. Swing 8 at Mansherry is crazy, bro. It would be better to swing 7 at Uta, but whatever. I think he got lost in the sauce a little bit. But yeah, like his board is just like, is so big. Able to put, you know, like 3 characters on the board here, which is like fine if I have like, and like again, the issue is his hand has like literally like 10 cards in it. That's like actually the true issue, is that I'm never able to make progress on his hand because he's playing so efficiently. Like if you think about it, every single turn that he's put a character on board this game, those characters have always gone +1. Like he's only played like Laws, Geckos, Weevils, and he played Boa exactly 1 time. And that Boa like played a Law off the top. So like that Boa in a weird way went like +2. So like every single card he's played has generated him more cards. Which is just like a recipe for disaster for me. But I see the Lucci here. And I'm just gonna KO 2 bodies. And this board state actually doesn't look bad for me, honestly. It actually just genuinely doesn't look that bad for me. It's actually so interesting watching it from like third person, because I know I'm cooked here. I think I have 3 Utas in my hand right now, and my hand's not that big. It's like 5 cards. Like I know that like that one play that I did right here, unless I like draw some really nice cards, I think I'm goobed. I think I'm goobed. Like look, I think I have to let this go. Look, he pokes 5 at it and I have to let it go. It's like, oh man, that's so tough. It's so tough. I think my hand might actually, it either has like no counter or it has like 1 counter card, but I can't do anything with it. Like I have to let it go. He's gonna go 7. He's gonna Law, bounces Sengoku, I imagine. Yeah, he's gonna bounces Sengoku. And bounce the Rebecca. And yeah, I just don't think bouncing Rebecca is good. Because I actually have like no plays. Ooh, and I hit the Shigun. Hitting the Shigun's actually nice. Hitting the Shigun there is like one of my only ways back into the game. But like, and like the fact that he bounced my Rebecca too. I think when all of that happened, when he did his turn, I was like, okay, maybe there's like a way for me to get back into this. I think I play another Uta again. I think this is like the 3rd Uta I've played at this point, because he's spun over a couple. Yeah, I'm just trying to tax his hand, swinging into these. Yep. 2 for the Uta, -2. Big shout outs to Hassan, by the way. Friend of the channel, 100%. I play Kuzan. I'm like praying for answers, bro. I'm like praying for answers. Like you could argue that for sure I was supposed to just use that 4 Dawn to like swing bigger at these characters. I probably was supposed to. At this point, I was a little mentally boomed. I'm not gonna lie. Like maybe I go 7/7 at the characters. It's a little bit better. But in my mind, I was like, this man's gone through so many laws. Like maybe I can actually stick a Kuzan here. And like maybe the Kuzan can help me draw outs, because my hand is like all Utas and Kuzans and BS like that. So I was like, maybe I take this, I go to 0. I'm like, he's not on Femur. He goes 7. I'm like, all right. I'm trying to calculate if I can survive if he goes all in, and I can't, so I have to counter. Yeah, and then he goes Boa, which is super annoying for me. I think there's an argument to be made that maybe he could have Boa'd sooner. Yeah, because if he goes Boa sooner, like maybe he can like swing bigger, but I think actually the math ends up the same. So now I have to like, he bounces the Law back to his hand, right? So I know he has Law. And I know that like my hand, even if he hard casts the Law, I die because I just don't have enough cards. So like he can play the Law and then swing 11. And I know that like I die. So maybe what I could do here. I have 9 Dawn left. Oh yeah, and he's thinking for a long time. It feels like this went really slow. But like, it's because we're watching on 1.75 speed. He was thinking about it for a while, and I just showed him like, look, these are the swings I could do. Because I was like, I just didn't even really want to be playing anymore, to be honest with you. So I was just like, here, bro, I'll just show you like what I could theoretically do. Like I if I spread it all out, I can go 8s at best. I go 7. And like here, maybe what I'm supposed to do, like once he counters this 6, maybe I'm just supposed to like swing at the board a bunch of times, hope that they die, and then go like Rebecca Sabo. but like I was kind of tapped out of it, honestly. I think that is probably what I was supposed to do. I was probably supposed to swing at the board and then go Rebecca Sabo, pray that I live one more turn, and then kill next turn. I think I have what? Do I have 3 or 4 in hand? I think I have 3. I think I have 3 in hand. So if I go Rebecca Sabo, right? And let's say I successfully kill one of the 2 things. Actually, I probably could have survived. Yeah. Okay, so let's say I draw. So what were my mills? Let's just say I did it before I milled. I think these are my mills. No, they're not. What are my mills? My mills are... Let's just say I did it before my mills. Okay, so my mills are a 1K and a brick. So my hand, if I play the Rebecca, my hand ends up being only 2 cards. And it's like 1K, 1K. So I still would have died. If like, even if I kill one of these 2 things, which honestly, he had so many cards in his hand that I don't even think I kill one of the 2 things. I think they both survive and I'm just dead. So like maybe this turn could have been better. Like I just gave up and I went like all life, even though like whatever. Yeah, I probably honestly would have conceded this game like way sooner if it wasn't on stream. I was kind of like, I just wasn't that interested at a certain point. But not really Hassan's fault. Like, great dude. I just wasn't having fun, to be honest with you. Like, I felt like I just kind of missed my things, and he was playing really well. And I was just like, man, this isn't really the type of One Piece that I want to be playing right now. Like, I felt like going into this round, I was on a hot streak. Like, fun fact, the commentators, I talked about this in another video, so if you already heard this story, you can click off. But the commentators, Purposefully and Luffy, shout outs to Purposefully and Luffy, they came up to me after round 2 and they were like, hey man, like you're on the Spice, you're on Lucci, you want to come up on stream? And I was like, yeah, I do want to come on stream, but not yet. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, I want to be on stream round 8. And they're like, oh man, I don't know, man. Like we only put people who are undefeated on stream. So like you're undefeated now, but like round 8, that's like a long time from now. And I was like, hey, you ain't got to worry about me. I'll be there. So you come check back with me in 6 rounds and I'll be there. And, sure enough, I was there. I was XO. And then, I lost this one. And then I conceded round 9 because I was like literally going to pass out. I was so physically unwell. And then in top 32, I lost to Sam because Sam is the literal GOAT, and I hope to be as good at the game as he is one day soon. Also an absolute class act. But I'll be queuing up Lucci again this weekend. By the time you guys watch this, maybe I'll have made top cut. Maybe I'll be put in the blender by Blackbeards. We'll see. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.